Hi friends, welcome to free online tech videos. My name is Ravi. In this video session we are going to see about Crontab, scheduling future jobs and automating some boring stuff with writing a small scripts and scheduling it. It will automatically execute whenever you want and no need to bother about, so it send an email alert saying that the cron job is executed successfully, not executed, all the stuff. Okay, so how Crontab can be scheduled? So what are the jobs you can schedule using the Crontab and how it helps in your daily to daily Linux administration jobs? So first of all, to do a cron scheduling, what you have to do is that you have to install a cron packages. Most of the times whenever you install minimum or graphical or anything, so the cron packages will automatically installs. Okay, so this is the cron automatically installs. So if you verify the cron status, if the cron service is running, then it would be fine that you can able to schedule it or you can able to do anything. If the cron job is not cron service is not running, cron service is not running, then if you schedule, you cannot schedule anything. Okay, so you cannot even open a Crontab. So to verify that, systemctl status, let's see that cron d is the job service name, cron d dot service. So our cron d service is running, started successfully, and it's started the command scheduler, all the stuff is running, and we are ready to go ahead with the Crontab scheduling. First of all, if you want to list your Crontab, what are the jobs are already there in the Crontab, you can use Crontab-L. Okay, here some fields are there, so there are some execution status already scheduled one job. Okay, how does this Crontab is scheduled and what is the timings it is scheduled? So what is the guidance it is? Okay, what are the fields are there in this? So there are, you can see a 5 fields which is indicating everything, star. Okay, so the first star here, it represents that minutes. The minutes values you can write it from 0 to 59, in the sense 1 hour 60 minutes, in the sense 0 is a 1 and 59 is a 60 value. Like that, if the first value, the first field, you can specify that 0 to 59, and the second value you can specify hours, 24 hours from 0 to 23. The third field, which indicates day of the month. Okay, day of the month in the sense which day you wanted to execute particularly on that month, you can specify the number from 1 to 31st. The fourth one, month, in the sense which month you wanted to execute. Example, say I wanted to execute on December 31st, saying that all employees happy new year, something like that. You can schedule on that day, on that month, on that particular date. Like that, you can use these fields. Okay, this is the day of week in the sense which day you would like to execute. So example, that I wanted to take some backup on Saturday and Sunday because nobody available on that day, so I can use that resources for the backup. Like that, you can use the day of the week. In day there are so many weeks, right? So sorry, in week there are so many days, so like this. So this Sunday can be calculated as a 0 or 7. Like if you start from here, the Sunday is 0, the Sunday if you put here, it is a 7. So 0 or 7, if you specify 0 or 7, it is a Sunday. Okay, and the values from 0 to 6, like Monday is 1, Tuesday is 2, Wednesday is 3, and Thursday is 4, Friday is 5, and Saturday is 6. These are the values. Like this, the 5 fields, using the 5 fields you can schedule a number of combinations, okay, number of ranges, a number of repetitions, whatever the values you would like to specify, you can specify, and you can schedule the cron jobs. Okay, how you are going to use this? Okay, there are some ranges you can use. There are some in between the commas or slash you can use like this. Okay, if you want to specify separate values, like I wanted to execute a minute values, like I want to execute at first minute and fourth minute, sixth minute and 8th minute, like that, you can use the comma separator. You can specify the values like that, which means run at 1 minute, 4th minute and 6th minute and 8th minute, like that. Or hours, you can specify first hour, 4th hour, 6th hour and 8 hours. Okay, which means that until the 24th values you can specify the any values are separated by comma, so the job will execute that particular time or minutes or hours, whatever the field you specify the values, that will take in the consideration. Okay, ranges are specified with the dash. If you want to specify some range like 5 minute to 10 minute range, within that period only the job is going to be executed, or from I can say that from night 10 to 12 o'clock, if you want to execute some job within that, you can specify from 10 minus 12, so that from within that range only the job is going to be executed. Means between 1 to 3, like this, if I specify 1-3, in between 1 to 3, then if you specify 9-2, and then between the 9 and 12, in between those only is going to be executed. The character slash can be specified for repeating the jobs, repeating the job, instead of providing the long list like this 1, 5, 10, 12, like that. So instead of that you can specify */5, okay, or 2/5, which means starting at 2, then every 5 minutes, like 2 plus 5, 5 plus 7 plus 5, 12 plus 5, like that. It's keep on increasing until the value is going to be end. Or if you want to repeat some jobs, you can also use like */5, */1, */3, something like that. Okay, so or you can also use the star value, okay, in the minute fields, which means that you did not specify anything, you specify the star, is going to be executed every 1 minute, every 1 hour, every 1 day, every day, every week, something like that. So this star will have the default value, which means star if you provide in the minute value, which means that it execute every 1 minute, every hour, every day, every month, every week, like that. It's going to execute the star value. If you want to repeat every 5 minutes, something like this, you can provide */5. So this is the values or the ranges you can use in the Crontab to schedule anything. You can execute anything on the Crontab. Example, if you want to edit the Crontab, okay, Crontab -e is the command to edit the job. Okay. And if you want to schedule some jobs, example, the same command I would like to schedule for every 5 minutes, then simply use */5 and provide the command path. So which command you would like to execute, this is the command you want to execute. Or else I wanted to say something like this, echo, okay, testing Crontab, something like this. I have added, then save it. Now list out using the Crontab -l command, so it will list out the which one you added. So after 5 minutes it's echo the message on the screen itself, because we did not redirected anywhere or we did not do anything here. Like that, it's going to execute the cron job at every 1 minute or every 5 minutes, and it's going to redirect the input and output to the input errors and outputs and the state execution status to the these logs here. Okay, example, whether the job is executed already, it's already 1 minute, something like this, so it's not executed maybe, so that there is no file is created. And if you want to edit other users Crontab, you can use Crontab from here itself. Every user has Crontab, but you can allow or deny the users to execute their own cron jobs. Crontab-u and provide the username, so that what happens, it's going to edit that user's Crontab. We have to provide e here to edit the Crontab. Sorry, like this. So this cron job I am editing for user Ravi, not for user root. So which is going to be edited at something like this. Every 1 minute I am going to schedule saying that echo testing from a Ravi user, something like this, and save the Crontab value. And if you type Crontab -l, which does not show here because I'm in root user, if you want to see that users, then what you have to do, -u, so that user Crontab can be shown using the -u and username. If you want to remove the Crontab of that user, then you can simply use Crontab -r -u username. So it's going to delete the Crontab entry from that user. If you type again the above value, so it's going to say no Crontab for Ravi, because I deleted the cron jobs for that particular user. So if you want to take the backup of all the Crontab values or the Crontab execution, so you simply do that Crontab -l and redirect to somewhere else, cron backup. So what happens, these cron values will be going here and take the backup of it, cron execute that cron job backups. If you delete it and again you go back and redo these entries to the Crontab, so it will be back. Like that you can use Crontab for editing and listing, and you edit the other users. Okay, how you can deny or allow the user, particular user. Okay, /etc cron.allow, there is a file. Okay, if you go here and edit the username, add the username, so that user is going to allow the Crontab. If you want to deny, then you can simply use cron.deny is the file, and go here and type that particular user entry here. If you are going to edit that particular user entry, Crontab entry, so which says it is going to be denied, something like that, the user does not have because I am editing from the user, so I will just switch back to the user and say Crontab -e. Then what it says, it's not allowed for this user, the Crontab is not allowed for particular user, it says. And if you want to schedule, so I don't want it to write so many entries on the Crontab. You can, if you want to execute it every hour or every daily or weekly or monthly or quarterly, yearly, so you can also do a run parts in the sense the administrator can also schedule without scheduling the jobs on the Crontab. You can also drop the script files to the particular directory, and you can just specify the run parts on the cron.d service, like the cron.d is the entry path directory here. So you can see that there is a hourly script is specified here. So here is the directory. In the directory, if you write some script and go and drop that script in here in this particular directory, it's going to execute it every 1 hour. So first minutes of the hour, like that. You can specify some parts here, like every 1 day, every week, every month, something like that. You can specify some entries, run parts here, and you can point some of the directories. So which directory you would like to execute some commands at every hour or daily, every minute, something like that. You can specify the run parts, and no need to schedule any jobs on the Crontab-e, something like that. You can just create some script and drop that file here on this particular directory. If you go here and see some already scheduled something like this. So this is going to execute at every hour, like that. You can specify the status, like you can specify some files and drop that files into a particular directory. It's going to execute that run parts at every certain scheduled time. Crontab status, like if the Crontab is executed successfully or not. You can also monitor the Crontab status using the values by specifying the redirecting the output of it. Okay, like this you can specify. So particularly you can specify the standard input and output values like this. Then what happens is that the script is going to write, the Crontab is going to write this particularly to that log file, says the if the value is 0, the exit code is 0, then the Crontab is executed successfully. If the Crontab is 1, it's not executed. So there are 0 to 255 values based on that 0 to 19 values. Based on that values, you can identify that the cron job is executed successfully, or permission denied, or there is no file exist, or so those stuff you can do it using this cron tab, adding the cron status. Like this you can specify this file and you can execute the values. Example like this. So I have scripts file here. In that I have the, so if I go to cd/scripts, and in that I have testing.sh file. This is the file I have. So this is the file, this is the script is going to execute, saying that it's going to create some test directory and it's going to create some files into that, and say after that there is going to write some output log file, says that files are created successfully, something like that. So the cron job execution status is going to be changed when the cron job is executed. Crontab-e, I am going to do again the different values here. Okay, I am copying here, y is the copy, and I can paste the same value, and I am going to add I am going to redirect both the values, errors and standard error and standard output, all the stuff I am going to redirect that particular different log here. Maybe I can put some different name, cron1.log, something like this. Okay, the cron is going to be executed. If the test directory is created, then the cron job is going to execute successfully. In between, so we see that if you want to execute this job particularly on second Saturday, or every quarter first week, or every quarter second week, or every quarter first Sunday, something like that, how you are going to do that. You can also do some scripting, some and operators here on the Crontab. How you are going to do that and operators here, it is that edit the Crontab. Okay, example I am going to say here. So the particularly I want to execute that script, this Crontab schedule at 33 minutes 9th hour. Okay, in between the dates is from 18 to 14. 18 to 14 if the quarter starts at March and the last value is star. So here I am going to say the date command. I am going to pass date plus slash percentage u. What this mean by is that if the value equal to 0, in the sense the day which I am going to execute is 0, then which going to execute that file dot or testing dot ss, something like this. So what this script says here, it is that 33 minutes 9 hours in between the dates of from 8 to 14. If it is the month is March, then there is no, like, I did not specify any day of the week, then I specify the date equal to 0, in the sense the day value is going to be 0, in the sense Sunday. If this statement is true, then execute this script, which means before executing the script itself, it's going to verify that today is Sunday and today is March, in the sense this month is March, and the date is falling in between 18 to 14, then it's going to execute. Like that you can schedule the cron job status. If you want to monitor cron job status, then what you have to do is that Crontab -a, edit the cron job here, and you already added the log here, right? So after that you are going to add some exit code here using something like I would like to say exit code and dollar question mark. So which specifies that is going to write some exit code or status into slash /ttc dot cron log dot log, something like this. I'm going to say exit code. If the command is executed successfully, the exit code says it's going. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Please follow us on social networking sites. If you have any technical related questions, you can ask.